Hey guys, I am BlackOpsAmazing, welcome back, and today we have the Dempsey's memory segment. I'm not going to talk anymore, I'm going to let you listen to it, and I will come back to explain things after. Enjoy.
Field report. Final entry. Well, this is it. The end game. I know what I have to do. Richtofen's barely holding it together. I've got to believe he can go the extra mile. None of us really know how this is going to play out. But we all know it's the only way forward. We can only hope that our souls may find a better future.
So this is the final memory segment that we should be getting. We have all of our characters done and dead now. So Dempsey is the last out of the four, and even though it's short, it's less than a minute long, this for me is definitely one of the more interesting because he doesn't really talk about himself, but what we can expect, the secrets, and I think this one is really freaking interesting. So anyway, let's get straight into it. The two main things is, first off, we see the blood vials, which he kind of hints towards, and then at the end, we see a mysterious, ghostly-like character walk up to Dempsey. But let's take it from the beginning. So we can see, like our four characters, he is in the forest, which, as I've said from the very start, I think is a place to simulate life after death. Similar to the one in the campaign and how that works, our characters come here when they die. He starts off by saying field report, final entry. And all the way through our zombie storyline from World at War to Black Ops 1 and now Black Ops 3, Dempsey has been doing these field reports. He would talk to himself, pretend he's in the war or taking part in the war once again, and he would talk to himself and make up these field reports. He would pretend he's talking to other people, but kind of like jotting these notes down in his head about what is going on. And you can see in this segment, he says this is the final field report. So after this is the end, there is no more. He says, this is it, the end game. I know what I have to do, but Richtofen's barely holding it together. And at this point we see on screen, he visions, he remembers or goes back to the scene as to when he had to kill himself in Der Eisendrache. We see the capsule appear in front of him, and Dempsey is there once again about to kill his O1 version. You can see that was a very hard event on Dempsey. It was a difficult thing for him to do, but as we see in Garrett Karova, he's come to terms with that now. He trusts Richtofen, well, almost, and he knew that he had to kill his O1 version in order to fix things. Also, just take a look at the face. I know it's quite hard to see because he's inside that capsule, but just take note of the face of the O1 version. Just remember that because you will need to think about it in just a second. But anyway, Dempsey says, I've got to believe he can go the extra mile. Because none of us really know how this is going to play out, and at this point we see on screen Dempsey is holding the blood vial. Now we know at this point all of our characters have these blood vials. We don't really know much about them, but we do know whilst Richtofen has had his since Origins, and his have the cell numbers of our Mob of the Dead inmates. Our other three characters, Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey, also have blood vials, but they got theirs later on into the plan. At the end of Zetsubo no Shima, our characters teleport to several different locations to collect these blood vials. Now we don't know why exactly our other characters need them. We know Richtofen has them to protect himself against this big secret that Maxis and Monty are keeping from him. But as we know, Richtofen knows the secret. And when it comes to it, most probably in Revelations, Richtofen is going to use these blood vials to protect himself. Protect himself against what? Well, although we haven't really heard about it, I think Dempsey, although no one's really said it, I believe Richtofen is going to be set up and most probably killed by Maxis or Monty. And when they're about to kill him, Richtofen is going to use these blood vials as an insurance policy to protect him. Somehow, these are going to save him from being killed. But then we also know our other characters have them as well, so we really don't have much more information about them. And in fact, our characters don't know about them as well. They've just gone along with the plan like they have been doing so far, collected these blood vials, but they don't know why they travel to them locations or why they even have them. Richtofen keeps avoiding the question in Garrett Karovi as to why they are needed. Dempsey says, but we all know this is the only way forward. And it's then at this point we see this ghostly figure walk up to Dempsey. We see this character that is almost transparent, so this ghostly character walk up to Dempsey, and Dempsey says to himself, we can only hope our souls may find a better future. But who is this ghostly character? Or should I say, who is this soul? And I believe it is Dempsey. Now, I've had a look through the comment section of the original video over on Treyarch, and some people have said that maybe this is the guy from the First Strike poster. Remember the bald guy that we see in the First Strike poster? Some people have said this looks similar. Now, we see on the poster, we see Dempsey is the main character at the front. On the right, we have Takeo and Nikolai. On the left, we have this bald character. Now, we don't see Richtofen in this poster for some strange reason. This poster was brought up in question to Jason Blundell, and he wouldn't tell us who this is. When asked if this was Richtofen, he said pass, which still leaves the question as to who this person in the poster is. Some people have said that maybe this is another version of Dempsey, but actually, as I told you guys earlier to look at Dempsey inside of the capsule, you can see they have very similar features. I gotta admit, this version of him we are seeing doesn't look like the older Dempsey that we're used to, but we've gone through this cycle. We know upgraded graphics or characters have changed, and if you look at Dempsey inside of the capsule, from what we can tell, it's quite hard to see inside of the capsule, but this is Dempsey. And what we are seeing here is the soul of the 01 version of Dempsey that he killed. It was clearly tough on him. It was difficult for him to kill himself, and inside of the forest, whether he is just visioning this and it's not real, it's just happening inside of his head, or maybe his soul really did walk up to him, we can't tell. But this character you are seeing here is Dempsey's soul. And as we know, the souls have now been given to Maxis. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's such an awesome freaking thing to see everything finally coming together, and as we finally get to Revelations, we will see what really happened to the souls and where exactly Richtofen's went. I can't wait to see what Treyarch are going to do. I've recorded this video twice, the audio messed up, so pray for Eli, leave a like rating if you have enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below, who is your favourite character out of the four, Nikolai, Takeo, Dempsey or Richtofen? For me, I gotta admit, it's probably gotta be Richtofen, just purely because of the storyline quotes and the things he comes out with. But thank you for watching, guys. I've been BlackOpsAmazing. This is the last, or should be, of the memories segment, so it is farewell, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you, and goodbye.